Ryan Messer, Brandon Albert will come back. I believe Albert actually was just in anyways. May have actually re-entered the pit area. As we continue to get this restart order figured out, of course, courtesy of race director Brent Roy and scoring director Steven Montserrat. By the looks of it, it looks like our live audio on YouTube is back up and running. So if you can finally hear us now, I believe we're doing some internet issues there, then feel free to let us know there on our YouTube live stream if you can hear us. I believe it went down just before what happened there to Kevin Moore, so to fill those people in, again, Kevin Moore going off over the backstretch hill. Basically, like I said, really kind of soaring off basically like a rocket ship, soaring basically forward into the tree, towards the tree area there, right around the pit exit. He was kind of in that battle there between guys like Darren McKinnon, Hudson Weston, all sorts of other drivers within that mix as well. But almost shades of Chris Duncan back from 2 years ago in the Recar 150 in 2023. So we're still getting this restart order figured out. But the front portion of the field is relatively accurate at this point, I'd say. We're still trying to figure out the back half. As I mentioned earlier about the top five again, 20, 01, 03, 10, 81. Then it's Hudson Weston, Darren McKinnon, Chris Duncan, Ryan Messer, somewhere within that ballpark. Again, we'll kind of have the order come together when these guys come to the choose cone and choose this time by Fay inside, Woolridge outside, Halpin inside, Snell high, Rasmussen low, Highline Weston, McKinnon chooses the inside, Duncan outside, Messer, Vincent, Albert inside, Lewis inside, LeBlanc and Howatfield both went through the cone. But they're at the back of the field nonetheless. So after starting in 7th, the Warrior points leader, Tan Woolridge, has made his way up 6 positions up to the front, or 5 now, excuse me, to 2nd. Maybe another, we'll add in that other number, maybe if he gets a good launch off the restart. But now we're practically fully under the lights here in the Geary Woods. Just a little bit more sun left to go down beyond the horizon. We're not at fully black skies just yet. But I can only imagine we'll be there in a short period of time. Tim Elliott, flagman, gave the field a 1 to green. The rear forward Speedway 660 pace truck is going to roll off this time down the back stretch with Greg Fay and Tan Woolridge on the front row. leading the pack back to green flag racing with 62 laps completed. Fay with the best restart of them all, Woolridge. Back in second, clear ahead of Steve Halpin. Devin Snell was looking to the outside, but will clear him back. Rasmussen still hanging on in fifth. Hudson, Weston, then Darren McKinnon. McKinnon in front of Ryan Messer and Chris Duncan. That would be for position number 7. And remember, while it is Darren McKinnon racing the 16 instead of Dylan Gosby, whatever points he can achieve for the Nav Canada Fury and the Ken Livingston racing team, that's going to be all the points for the 16. And there's Ryan Messer, gives him a nudge up high and goes low. You know that Ryan Messer wants to get back into the championship hunt. Remember those two back at Oyster Bed Speedway. Little bit of an incident at the Island Construction 200 2 weekends ago on Prince Edward Island. Ryan Messer will get ahead. That will put him in the 7th. Next up on Hudson and Weston, who's just a couple car lengths ahead. Devin Snell continues to peak underneath the 03, but Halpin's been much better off a corner exit. Snell with some strong entries, but not able to make anything happen just yet. You can tell through 1 and 2. He's really good with it, but through 3 and 4, it's been all Steve Halpin still hanging on in third. Looking for his first podium finish on the series since Penny Raceway 2 years ago. Finishing second at 660 in 2023 to start off that season. Then 2 races later, picked up a third in behind Corey Hall and Dylan Gosby. Greg Fay will now get 73 laps completed. A decent gap there between the 20 and the 01, now getting to the next lap. It's about a second or so of a difference. Woolridge hanging on, the 2-3 car lengths over Halpin. Snell and Rasmussen cross flags in the air. We are halfway through the Easy-Kleen 150. Ryan Messer's on a mission. He has caught up to Hudson Weston for 6th. To the high side he goes. Couple of sparks, might have been a tire in the grass there for Hudson Weston through 1 and 2. Through 3 and 4, they are neck and neck. By about a bumper, it was Ryan Messer ahead. He'll look to clear down the backstretch, and he will. And now Ryan Messer will look to get that rocket ship up to the top 5. There was a point in time earlier this season when just a point separated Tan Woolridge and Ryan Messer for the championship lead. After the incident at the Island Construction 200 2 weekends ago at Oyster Bed Speedway, Messer now 28 points back of the 01 for the points lead. Woolridge currently in knock on wood, comfortable territory compared to the 16, 23, and 1. But this could be a huge jump on the points for Greg Fay if he can hang on. Tan Woolridge just starting to close the gap. Now coming 82 laps completed. Almost half a second now between the two. 6/10 separating the 20 and the 01. Vincent trying to get his way up higher through the top 10. He's currently in 9th. It was a 13th place finish that he got on the Recard 200 last month. Has been able to pull off a couple top 10s, particularly at Oysterbend Speedway, but in New Brunswick has not been able to get the finish that he saw as Ayers, as he's trying to catch Darren McKinnon, and now Phil in the rearview mirror, quick fade. Here comes Tim Woolridge. With now 88 laps completed. Oh, Woolridge gave a bit of a nudge to the 20 down the back. Woolridge has signaled to the multi-time Speedway 660 champion that he has come to play, and he wants more than just what was a 3rd place finish at the Recard 200 last month. He wants to win in just his 2nd career Super Late Model Star in the Geary Woods. It's the battle of the lead and the win, and now Darren Snell finally able to get underneath Steve Halpin through 3 and 4. Ian Rasmussen a couple car lengths in behind. Oh, Ken Vincent a moment there for 3 and 4. He gets it going. As here comes lap traffic for our leaders. They're catching Cal Hatfield and Brandon Albert. Oh, Steve Halpin up the hill through 1 and 2. That allows Devin Snell to get to 3rd. Ian Rasmussen capitalizes 2. Woolridge getting by the outside of Hatfield and Albert. Devin Snell is starting to catch up to them too. So many drivers at the front of this field. Look at, oh, Snell with the bump to the back of Woolridge through 3 and 4. Snell looks to the bottom. I think Snell's been maybe starting to get a bit frustrated and impatient there behind the 03, who now heads to the pits. Whatever it may be, could be some fire, not literally, but figuratively underneath. Woolridge as Marcelo Ball spins. Turn 4, yellow. What a green flag run that we just had there. From 62 laps completed and now 95.
Tap.
Oh, we're getting a tap out of the 23 of Lonnie Somerville. Which, yes, might as well remind you of that rule too with the Easy-Kleen Super Late Model Series. If 2 cars get together, if there's contact, both of those cars will be told by the race director to go to the back. However, there is a tap rule. If you feel that you've caused the incident, if you feel that you're responsible, and the car that you made contact with and went around however it went, if you feel that's on you, you have the chance to have that other car maintain where they are. You can tap on the top of your car, untap your roof underneath the flag stand, and signal to race control that it was on you and you'll be the one to go to the back. So some sportsmanship there at Alani Somerville, a Recard 200 winner, taking responsibility for what happened there with Marcel LeBlanc going around in 3 and 4. Compared to our last visit here to the Gary Woods, just hasn't been the same for the 23. Somerville was at the edge of the top 10 there just before that happened. So looking here at the way this race initially started with our starting lineup, and now where everybody just kind of played themselves out. Greg Fay started back in 4th. He's now up to the lead, of course. Tan Woolridge started 7th up to 2nd. Devin Snell all the way from 15th up to 3rd. What a hard-charging performance for the driver at a Baxter's Corner, New Brunswick for the Snell Group Realty. Who else do we got? Ian Rasmussen started back in 9th. He's 4th. Ryan Messer started on the pole. He's currently in position number 5. Ahead of Hudson Weston. So, to both the fan clubs for Ryan Messer and Hudson Weston in the grandstands, still plenty of time for those two to have a shot at the win here tonight. It is by far from over. This race has easily been up there as a potential race of the year contender, and yet we're a couple laps away from 50 to go. Compared to a Recard 200, we'd be saying 100 to go. But a lot less time compared to our race last month here to get the job done, to capitalize, and to make a trip to Riverview Ford, Victory Lane.
He's going to be in front of the 23. 23 was the caution car. Because he tapped.
No doubt that we're going to see most of this field back here in 2 weekends' time for the 25th annual Pro Stock 250 on Speed Weekend. A race where Ashton Tucker is going to look to go back-to-back. What was a battle last year between him, Greg Fay, and Austin McDonald. So no doubt we're going to have a mixture of some Maritime Pro Stock Tour competitors, drivers from our series, and some of your local competition, weekend warriors, who will attempt to go for a crown jewel victory here in Maritime Stock Car Racing. Of course, the IWK 250 Summer Class 250 already done. Pro Stock 250 coming up. And then, of course, the Mike Stevens Memorial 254 in mid-September as a part of the Mike Stevens Memorial Weekend. I believe, if memory serves correctly, it will be the 12th annual Mike Stevens Memorial. Tim Elliott's now giving them kind of the swinging the flags back and forth, telling drivers to choose this time by, courtesy of him in race control. So we'll see if maybe we get a bit of a repeat from Rowe. Earlier on the previous restart was Fay inside, Woolridge outside. We'll see off of this restart how it plays out for guys like Devin Snell, Ian Rasmussen, Ryan Messer. You know Messer's going to be hungry to get back up to the front and challenge him for the win. Again, 2 runner-up finishes this year, 1 back at our season opener at Petty. And then a second here in behind a 23 Alani Somerville in the Recard 200. And a reminder that we have 1 race remaining on the season at Petty International Raceway for the LV Auto Parts and Repair 150 on Saturday. Saturday, September 27th. That will also be the 61st annual River Glade International. So lots of prestige between a possible Easy-Kleen Super Late Model Series Championship and a River Glade International win. But first, we got to get the final just over 50 laps completed in tonight's Easy-Kleen 150. It's Greg Fay and Tan Ward on the front row as the rear-view forward Speedway 660 pace truck rolls off to the infield and lets them get back to racing. Oh, Fay and a touch there on the Highland Devon Snell. Might have a bit of a moment there if you wanted to, but he gets it back going and stays ahead. It's Devon Snell and Tan Ward side by side. Runner position. Snell not able to clear. Ward has a good run off a corner exit. Ryan Messer has made it past Ian Rasmussen. Steve helping to the pits. Top three have cleared themselves. I was going to say Ryan Messer there in fourth as well, but Ian Rasmussen with a couple looks. Underneath. For sixth, it's Darren McKinnon and Hudson Weston. Oh, Snell, another touch in the back of Greg Fay. Snell not playing it easy with his competitors. You can tell he wants the win. Wants all the momentum and the confidence in the world going into the Pro Stock 250 later this month. Oh, Ken Vincent sideways on the two. Around Chris Duncan and Ronnie Somerville. Somerville's trying to charge his way back up. Vincent's left side tire has just got in the dirt there through 3 and 4. 7 cars under a blanket now for the top spot. Snell looks to the right rear of Greg Fay, side by side for the race lead. Snell to have a car like that down the front. Oh, they almost make contact again. And he's going to clear down the back. No, race leader, Devon Snell. Remember, the number 10 started this race back in 15th. He's made his way to 14 positions. What an outstanding hard-charger performance here. As they'll be coming to 44 laps remaining in the Easy-Kleen 150. Still plenty of racing remaining, but can Devon Snell join an illustrious list of past Easy-Kleen Super Late Model Series winners? Remember back last month it was Lonnie Somerville winning a lengthy, cold streak, not going to Review 4 victory lane. Could Devon Snell be the next recipient? As he started putting a bit of a gap there between him and Greg Fay for the lead. Tan Ward and Ian Rasmussen are right in behind. And then it's Ryan Messer, 5th, Hudson Weston 6th, and then Darren McKinnon trying to get all the points he can for Dylan Gosby, trying to ensure that he is still close to Tan Ward in the points going into our season finale next month. Messer to the bottom of Rasmussen for 4th. The 81 clears back ahead. Rasmussen prevalent to the middle of high lines. Messer trying to use that inside to the best of his abilities. He's making it work on corner entry, but Rasmussen has those runs on the high line on corner exit. Oh, Fay was sideways off the corner. Tan Ward took out his Britton Albert spinning turns 1 and 2. Caution on the Speedway. Ladies and gentlemen, how about that restart and run of a lifetime for Devin Snell? But you just know that Greg Fay will want to get back to that race lead again. Remember, I mentioned from last year in the Castle Building Center's 150. Fay led just over 100 laps, taking the lead from pole sitter Ken Vincent on just lap number 1. And then Ashton Tucker, Corey Hall, and Ryan Messer with the hard charges of a lifetime from the back to the front after penalties from the previous race at Petty Raceway. Fay had to settle for 4th. But this time he does not want to settle for that, or 3rd, or even 2nd. He wants to win and be a heavy, heavy favorite for the Pro Stock 250 later this month. So again, under caution for another incident there. Single car for Brandon Albert in 1 and 2. Rookie of the Year contender on the series. Best finish of 11th on the year thus far, funny enough. That best finish being back here last month. 1 position short of a top 10. And most recently at the Island Construction 200, finishing 13th. Again, a former street stock champion at Oyster Bed Speedway in Prince Edward Island, looking to make a name for himself here in super late models. We'll be choosing this time with 112 laps completed and 38 laps remaining. Devin Snell inside, Greg Fay outside, Tan Woolridge inside, Rasmussen inside. That's going to put Messer into 4th. That could be... You know what? Remember that for later. If that's the move of the race right there, remember that. If that's the move for the win. Pin that and have that in the back of your mind as we get to the end of this one. Remembering back to the Universal Truck and Trailer 150 at Oyster Bed Speedway back in June, it was the choose call and the restart that helped Dylan Gosby steal 2nd from Tan Woolridge. They were not able to deny Corey Hall of the win, of course. But still, that is certainly one memory of how the choose cone has played a significant factor in how these races have finished, how these restarts play out. Now we're going to see how this goes here with just under 40 laps remaining. It's Devin Snell, Greg Fay, 1st and 2nd to the green flag from Tim Elliott. We're back racing. Excellent jump from Devin Snell with Greg Fay. Goes to the inside and behind with Woolridge and Messer side by side for 3rd. Fay had a bit of a look there underneath the 10 down the front. Not able to make it work. Another try, but Fay does not succeed once again. That's going to allow Ryan Messer to get to the outside, maybe. To the right, here comes the Harvey, New Brunswick driver down the backstretch. Big Orange wants to get this win. He wants to get back into the championship hunt. 28 points behind Tan Woolridge with the points lead. This would be huge for the former Pro Stock 250 winner. As now the top 7, will get single file, make it 8 now as Lonnie Solomil's trying to make his way back up to the front. He's ahead of Chris Duncan and Ken Vincent side by side there towards the back of the top 10. Some decent distance now between Devin Snell and Greg Fay. Fay trying to hang on over Ryan Messer. Looking low, looking high on the 20. You know, Messer's the kind of guy that loves to save his stuff at the end. Fay not giving to second place. This time by Devin Snell is going to get 30 laps remaining in the Easy-Kleen 150. Side by side for second down the front. Messer got the position at the line. Will he clear down the back? Yes, he will. Ryan Messer to second. Harvey and Brunswick fans, Ryan Messer. Supporters cheering loudly in the front stretch grandstands. Giving Big Orange all the support in the world to go and steal this win, possibly from Devin Snell. It's been 2 years of trying and 2 years of frustration for our inaugural race winner in the series. It'll be interesting to see if this one plays out the rest of the way. Green flag racing, knock on wood. If we do get one more restart, then buckle up. But it's not over yet for second. Greg Fay still right in behind the one with Tanner Woolridge and Ian Rasmussen following him behind. Closing in on 20 laps remaining in the Easy-Kleen 150. 4 cars close together for second. All over to the left rear of Greg Fay for third. There's a lot of championship points on the line, crucial points in play here in the penultimate race of the season. Woolridge wants to keep his podium finish streak going. Has finished on the podium since the Universal Truck and Trailer 150 at Oysterbed Speedway, his home track. Round number 2, that would be all fan available there in turn 2. That allows Woolridge to clear ahead. Next up will be Ryan Messer. Now with 18 laps remaining for the number 10 driver at Baxter's corner. What a win this will be if he can hang on. But you never know if we might have to re-rack this field back up for a restart. Devin Snell is going to want this to finish out under the green flag. Now Woolridge giving some peaks, rolling high on Ryan Messer for second. Now 14 laps remaining for the Snell Group Realty number 10. Woolridge and Messer side by side, as now we're going to have to get by Brandon Albert. The lap car through 1 and 2. Woolridge had to allow Messer to get back ahead. So he'll try and go back out one more time. Woolridge back to the bottom of Ryan Messer. Laying a little loose there on the inside, but still, now door to door down the back. Devin Snell's got Michael Hatfield. Ward's using every bit of inside lane that he can get to get past Ryan Messer and go back-to-back in a run of finishes. And he will finally clear the one in a turn. As I say that, Messer's still there. Now Ward's will get in front. Now Devin Snell's going to get 9 laps remaining in the Easy-Kleen Pressure Systems 150. 9 laps away from a monumental super late model win. It was a couple of years ago when he did get a victory at Shediac, the Center for Speed. But in major regional touring series competition, he has not been able to make it happen just yet. But could tonight be the night? Just mere laps away from Devin Snell, joining Lonnie Somerville as another driver this year to pick up a first career Easy-Kleen Super Late Model Series win. And joining an elite list with Ryan Messer, Dylan Gosby, Greg Proud, Ashton Tucker, and Corey Hall. 5 laps remaining for the Baxter's Corner driver. And coming up 4 to go. This looks to me all but his for car number 10, unless something happens here in these closing laps. What a storyline this is going to be. Ian Rasmussen trying to fight Greg Fay for 4th. Popsicle 6 in the air, 2 to go for the Baxter's Corner Brunswick native. And now Flagman Tim Elliott is going to give Devin Snell the white flag. Final lap in the Easy-Kleen 150 here at Speedway 660. Down the back for one final time. It's been years of trying and frustration, but now in the rear for Victor Lane. Welcome back, Devin Snell! He wins the Easy-Kleen 150. Tan Ward 2nd, Ryan Messer 3rd, Greg Fay and Ian Rasmussen rounding out the top 5. From 3rd to last to the top position, what a hard charger performance for the Baxter's Corner driver. Ladies and gentlemen, biggest win of his career in the Riverview 4 victory lane. We'll hit trackside talk with him, Devin Snell. Finally, into Riverview Ford, victory lane for the Snow Group Realty, the Power Store, Boyle Construction, many other sponsors from the Baxter's Corner driver. Joining Lonnie Somerville is another first-time Easy-Kleen Speedway Mall Series winner, ready to climb out of the car. Now he is. He can hear you now. Devin Snell! Happy driver, happy crew.
Thanks, man. He's on rails, buddy. Oh, fuck.
Devin from 15th to the top of the board, and we saw a little bit of those mid-race, late-race restarts there. You capitalize on those. You played a bit aggressive. Sometimes you have to in order to go for a win, especially in the Easy-Kleen Super Late Model Series. But wow, what a showing.
Oh, man, it's we're pumped. We had a good car all day. Heat race certainly didn't show it, and we never made one change from the heat race. We were like, we just got to stick with it. We know it's good. We did, and I'm glad we did. So
it's just like Lonnie Somerville back at the Recard 200. Now you end a long winless streak. You did win at Shediac a couple of years back, but here in the Geary Woods, into Riverview 4 Victory Lane, it's been a while.
Yeah, this is thanks to Lonnie, honestly, because we got his setup that he ran the last time, and man, that's good. It's really good. I've never had a car like that. That was easy to drive.
100%, and I can only imagine this is going to give you all the confidence in the momentum in the world to prepare for the Pro Stock 250 on Speed Weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we all shoot for. Everyone wants to win that one. So coming into it like this is good. We should be in good shape, and just up to us, I guess, keep her going.
And you join the elite list of former Easy-Kleen Super Late Model Series winners, your Ryan Messers, your Greg Pratts, Dylan Gosby's, Ashton Tuckers, Corey Halls, and as you said there, Lonnie Somerville as well. What does it mean to finally win on the biggest stage?
Oh, man, I don't know. It's honestly, it doesn't even feel real that we're sitting here. We've been racing a long time and never won a race this big in Pro Stock, so we're going to hammer some moose lights into us here shortly.
100%. Who gets a thanks in car number 10? I know you have a lot of support from this crew here as well.
My brother of the Snell Group, huge sponsor for us, big help, does all our tires. Lonnie Somerville Racing, Brownsville Farms, Boyle Construction, Lumberjack Subs, SureFit, Kevin Wilson, and Power Store, and Easy-Kleen for sponsoring this series.
Absolutely. Congratulations, Devin Snell. What a run.
Thank you very much.
There's your winner, the Easy-Kleen 150, Devin Snell! And now to the remainder of our podium finishers, starting off. Yet another runner-up finish out of Prince Edward Island, Tan Woolridge. Tan, yet another second again. I know you definitely would have wanted a position higher right there, but I mean, as the points leader, you know, this is definitely going to be some big points for you going into the LV Parts and Repair 200 and the Riverglade International next month on September 27th. I mean, you're building this up. Fourth, bunch of thirds in there, now 2 seconds. Maybe finally it comes together in that first place at Petty.
Yeah, hopefully. You know, Petty, I do think is probably our weakest link, but yeah, the crew keeps bringing really good race cars, so they keep bringing good race cars, and we're there at the end at a bunch of these. Eventually, we'll get one here.
100% from the Recard 200, finishing with a broken sway bar, and then on like what tire, like 400 laps long on or something, because you had that early tire issue early on the race that really caution saved you. Now this time around, you had to battle with some of the best in the region here to hang on for that second place finish. How were you able to get the job done from start to finish?
Just really good car, really good crew. You know, they gave me a solid piece every week, and it was no different tonight. You know, I think we need to be probably a little bit better on the short run. I was kind of struggling there on those short little runs. We'd kind of fall back, and then we'd reel them back in there at the end of the runs. So, you know, I'll go watch the video, go run around in the sim, and try to find a little more short run speed, and hopefully we'll get one soon.
And now, one more race left to go on the series. No doubt that you'll still continue to be the points leader going into our finale. You have plenty of time to prepare for that. Well over a month until then. Well, what's going through your mind when you think about all that stuff, and how are you going to prepare for that?
Just keep preparing the same way we have all year. Like I said, the crew keeps bringing good race cars, and you know we give 100% every week, and we're going to do no different. So we'll just keep doing the things that we're doing, and you know I think there's a 250 here in a couple of weeks that we're going to come back and run, and then there's plenty down to go test. So we'll be putting some work in, trying to get some reps in. You know, still pretty new to this late model stuff, so we'll get some reps in and try to gain a little more experience, and then we'll go battle for it at Petty.
Who would you like to thank for getting the job done here?
Yeah, big thank you to Chris Fournier, Emax, Livingston Steel, GSD Utility Services, SGK Atlantic, Harrington Hilton, Robbie, Chris, Troy, Scott, Dave, the other Dave. There's a whole crew. I'm sure I'm missing plenty of them. So everybody keeps bringing good race cars, so we'll keep trying to do it.
Sounds good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's the old one in Tanner Woolward, second place. Now to third place, Ryan Messer. Ryan, maybe it would have been one final restart, man. That would have maybe gotten you the win right there, but you're able to hang on over a couple drivers in there behind. Maybe not Woolwich, but still able to come through with a podium finish, and this could definitely help you get back into the championship hunt at least.
Yeah, a little bit. For the car just was fading a little bit. With each restart, it just kind of get more loose off. So I'll definitely take a third for the car we had. We kind of fought it all day, but I mean sometimes you have that happen. So no, it's in one piece and on the podium. So I mean we'll definitely take it.
And Pro Stock 250 coming up, podium finish here, and then you'll try to go for the win there. How is this going to help carry yourself into a race that you're going to try to go and win for the second time?
Well, yeah, it definitely helps being able to have like a bigger race like this just a couple weeks before. Makes for a good tune-up. So hopefully we can try to build off this a little more and be ready for the 250.
And, of course, one more race on the series left as well at the LV Auto Parts and Repair 200 and the 61st Annual Riverglade International next month in late September. Second place finish back there in June to start off the season. One more position right there. How are you going to that one?
We'll definitely try to get that one more. We had a pretty good car for that first race there, but we haven't been back there since then. So it'll definitely be probably a little different track when we go back again. But anything can happen. I think Tanton's pretty near got it wrapped up, but congrats to him. He's been smooth and consistent like this all year long, and that's what it takes. And we had a mishap the last race, so just that one race can cost you.
I mean, you'll have the Mike Stevens Memorial in there, too. I'm sure that will help as well. You got a couple marquee races in there to help you out into the finale.
Yeah, there's a couple big ones coming up for sure.
Who gets the thanks on car number one?
First and foremost, I got to thank my mom and dad. Dad especially. I was away last week, and it was pretty tore up from oyster bed, so he worked hard and got the thing fixed and back together. And I got to thank the crew, Brian, my fiance Camden, Ben, George, Xander, Pearson, all my grandparents, all my family. That's all down here. My awesome sponsors, couldn't do it without all of them. Easy-Kleen, series sponsor, got to thank them, and just the Speedway for all that they do for us.
Alrighty, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's the one of Ryan Messer, folks. One more time for your top three, and especially Devin Snell. So Devin and his crew, along with Tan, Ryan, and them, will continue to celebrate their strong finishes here in the Easy-Kleen 150. And so that does it here for tonight's racing here at Speedway 660 here in the Geary Woods. On behalf of the Easy-Kleen Super Late Model Series, we'd like to thank all of you for supporting what we did here. Of course, two incredible races, and first-time winners between Lonnie Somerville and Devin Snell. For the series, we'll be back at it for the LV Auto Parts and Repair 200 and the 61st Annual Riverglade International on Saturday, September 27th at Petty International Raceway. So thank you all very much for coming on out and supporting what we do here in the Easy-Kleen Pressure Systems 150. And for Speedway 660, hopefully Dave Lawrence, the voice of Speedway 660, will be back for Speed Weekend later this month as our drivers are going to go and celebrate with the champagne.
Oh yeah, shake it good, Ryan. Shake it good.
Woo. Again, big congratulations to Devin Snell, Tan Ward, and Ryan Messer. Again, Speedway 660, we will be back at it for Speed Weekend later this month, 3-day event, including the 25th Annual Pro Stock 250 with over $20,000 in prize money in that one. Don't forget to head to the Speedway 660 social media pages and the website for more information on that. On behalf of everyone involved in making all this happen here tonight, my name is William McCauley, the voice of the Easy-Kleen Super Late Model Series. We'll be back at Petty International Raceway next month in late September. Speedway 660 will be back for Speed Weekend later this month. Until then, speed safely.